We are beyond excited to launch a project focused on teaching and learning of mathematics in K-5 classrooms funded through the 23H grant in the state of Michigan. This project, in partnership with the Michigan Department of Education, ISDs, and local districts, has a specific purpose to support educators in implementing research-based practices so that every child in the state of Michigan has access to impactful teaching and learning. The purpose of this video is to give us a little overview from the balcony of the project so that we know some of the key players in the system and the ways that we will interact with one another. Let's get started with some of the key players. Like everything, this is a complex puzzle, and the purpose of this slide is to give us a little insight into some of the players at 3 specific levels in the system. Most importantly, local district educators. You all are the people who are interacting with children every single day and making a huge difference in their understanding of mathematics. At the local level as well, we will be creating, if we haven't already, a leadership team to support this work and progress monitor. At the ISD level, we have collaboration and support from GELN, the General Education Directors across the state, ISD math consultants, and a new role in the state of Michigan at the ISD level in support of local district educators and leadership teams are the ISD Early Math Specialists, or EMS. This role is new and will be funded through the 23H grant. These people are specifically there to support educators at the classroom, building, or district level in implementing these research-based practices. Stepping up one more level to the state level, we may or may not have heard of the Early Math Task Force. This is a group of leaders across the state representing many different organizations who have partnered with researchers to identify and name instructional practices that are research supported. We'll get more in on those in just a little bit, but know that this group is one that is there to monitor how things are going, problem resolve, so that the pieces of the system can continue to grow. You may or may not have run into the Early Math logo previously, but we also have an Early Math team at MAISA. I'm a part of that team. We'll get to the group here in just a second, but know that we are creating resources and supporting this work in partnership with our higher education researchers. We have partnered with the University of Michigan, Michigan State, University of Colorado at Boulder, and UCLA to identify the work that we need to do in the state of Michigan and to roll that work out. As mentioned previously, the Early Math team at MAISA is comprised of myself, Rusty Anderson, Sonia Malik, Trish Dunn, and Jess Tufnell. We are here to support the work across the state by developing resources for educators at the ISD and local level to support their learning and implementation of the practices. At any point throughout the project and beyond, if you have any questions or would like to chat, know that we're happy to be here. Our emails are on the screen, and you'll be receiving many communications from us around this project. Let's get to some of the layers and some of the main work for each of these groups. They'll pop up on the screen and we'll give you all a chance just to peruse those, and then I'll highlight a couple. On the left-hand side of the screen, you do see the impact and the statewide reach of the project. There are currently 40 ISDs across the state who are a partner in this work. In that partnership, we have 62 districts across Michigan and over 1,800 K-5 classrooms. We're not alone. This is a large-scale project and there are many, many layers of support built into the system that we will all be a part of. Here's some of the work. At the early math team level, or the statewide level, which also includes the task force, as I said previously, it is our role to create the tools to support this work, create spaces for learning for various audiences from the classroom level up to the ISD level. We will be connecting researchers to this work, and most importantly, responding to the needs of the field. At the ISD level, the new role of the early math specialist. This role will support the district leadership teams, bring learning and tools that are created at the state level to local districts, work alongside educators, and most importantly, communicate both to the early math team around needs and challenges, and also to the local district level from the state. At the local district level, we hope that the leadership team is built and able to meet monthly to monitor progress of how the work is going, problem resolve, respond to the needs of the classroom teachers, and just as important, communicate to the ISD early math specialist any specific needs or obstacles they're running into, as the early math team and others can create resources to support those needs. Most important, because this group of people, many of you all watching the video, support the children directly. Some high-level roles are on the screen. It is our hope that the educators are able to learn, to grow, to network, to implement the resources and materials that are a part of the statewide work, to collaborate with the early math specialist and communicate with the leadership team around their practice, around what they're seeing in children, and around growth. Each of these layers of the system, from the statewide level to the local classroom, are a key part of the system that is being built across the state. Let's get in a little bit to the focus of this work. As mentioned before, the Early Math Task Force a few years ago created the essential instructional practices for pre-K through 5th grade instruction. These practices are research supported and clearly outline what we hope happens in classrooms to support children in learning mathematics. We'll dive into the practices many times throughout the year at all the levels of the system. We do have a couple focus areas that we'll continue to run into. The first is on the screen. We are going to start the year out by focusing on number sense routines, specifically in the major work of grades K through 5. We are going to have classroom materials that will support us in this work. We know that a lot of us, this will be new, and that's okay. We're going to onboard everyone in ways that are responsive to your system and support educators as we run into obstacles and problem resolve together. Know that we're not alone in this work. An obstacle you're running into, someone else is probably running into it too, and we'll work together to find our way around and continue to support children. The other focus is here. Take a second to read that. A part of number sense routines, and really math instruction in general, is about supporting children where they are, using their thinking to push them forward. And so we're going to be centering in on that work. There's a robust research base around this, and we'll be rolling out resources starting toward the end of October around this research and this learning. Look forward to that coming soon. So you're wondering what's next. We've broken down a couple layers of the system and what the next steps are for each of those layers. Know that communication will continue to flow after this video, and we'll continue to connect with one another and roll out this work. At the statewide level, or the MAISA Early Math Team, We have developed professional learning to roll out our number sense routines. We have also ordered materials, and they will be delivered to classrooms to start implementation as soon as possible. Ideally, that's the 1st of September. Depending on your context, it may be a week or two after that. But as soon as possible, we're going to be rolling out this work, not only the materials, but the learning to go along with it. We are working on the professional learning system for each of the layers at the local level and the ISD level for the 24-25 school year. Look for communication coming soon on that. At the ISD level, they are currently now hiring the early math specialist role. Remember, for local district educators, that's the role that will be directly supporting you in implementing this work. We're coordinating funding with MAISA, and we're supporting local districts in detailing out the system that they're currently building at the local level. And last but not least, the local district. We know that the timeline that we're on was short, and so we're trying to be responsive to every context across the state, but we do know that we have to get our K-5 educators that are in the project in the launch training so that we're feeling comfortable in launching the number sense routines work in September. We hope that all K-5 educators are going to be receiving classroom materials in the very, very near future, which they'll be implementing through that training. And then identifying a leadership team for this work. Many local districts have a leadership team already. This could be a part of the work that they do. If you're a part of a local district or a building that doesn't have a leadership team, know that we'll be developing one so that they can be a sounding board and a problem resolution team for this work specifically. If you have any questions or would love support on that, both your ISD leaders, the early math specialist or the gen ed director, or the early math team could support you in identifying ways that you might be able to build a leadership team. We are really, really, really excited to launch this project. There are many pieces that are coming together, and communication will continue to flow. As you begin this work, know that I'm here if you ever want to reach out through email or schedule a call. I'm happy to chat along with Trish, Sonia, and Jess. Know that we're here as supports as we continue to develop this system. If you're a local district leader, know that your ISD is willing and able to support you in this journey. We are all going to work together and in the end see positive outcomes for children. We look forward to connecting with you soon and enjoy the 24-25 school year.